Hi everyone, we're in Pointe aux Canonniers today, and as always check below that you can jump ahead using the chapters. But where's the cannon? Right there! Welcome to Pointe aux Canonniers with an actual cannon! Play the montage! We're outside the patisserie Fournil, French patisserie here in Pointe aux Canonniers, and it's actually quite famous because apparently that's an interdimensional portal that literally takes you into France. So while it looks like it's here in Pointe aux Canonniers, on the inside it's actually in France, and you can almost see the Eiffel Tower from the inside. Let's go have a look. Now we are actually on the inside. We're going to look out the window to see if we can actually... Oh, there's a tree in the way. But if that tree was out of the way, we would definitely be looking out on Paris scenes. These are some of the great French breads.
They're gorgeous.
And of course these famous things. Macarons.
Bread sandwiches.
So, do you want to try anything?
Passion chocolate.
We're leaving the beautiful bakery behind and going through the temple door, and wow, look at that, back in Pointe aux Canonniers. Well, we bought some of the macarons, passion chocolate and a blue one. I think the blue one is coconut. This is the passion, I think this is just the chocolate. Passion chocolate macaron. A lot harder than I expected. Good thing this is not in pork arrow, you'd see all the stuff in my teeth. They really are nice. Let's give you a quick view of them. There's definitely a hint of something there. Like a lemon or almond or something. It's very... Never had one before, I don't think. Well, this one looks a lot lighter, a lot more crumbly on the inside. This is what I expected. They're different. That's a biscuit. This is a meringue. I think I prefer this one. I'm eating the blue one from now on. Much lighter. You okay with that?
I like it. This big parking lot that you see here is because that is a very popular nightclub, and sometimes on Saturdays they have really nice craft markets that you can get things to eat and everything in this big parking lot.
So, Riki explained, it's a nightclub called VIP. This is the front, this is where you'll come in, this is parking, there's tons of parking in it. It's just off the main road. Wait for Riki to catch up. It's always better to walk with Riki. This is Aqua Blue, and quite often on a Saturday they have a market here. And this of course is Urban Cafe. Not open at the moment. I think normally they open when they have events here, or I don't know when they open.
So while we're here, we're just going to walk quickly to Onya restaurant. Onya sources everything locally from Mauritius and makes sure it's all organic and well looked after and all the rest of it.
Yeah, it's a little bit tricky to see Onya. Over the wall, that's what it looks like. It is closed at the moment, but if you're sourcing all organic and local, I think that's pretty cool.
And their chef looks like he makes amazing things.
Okay, so the food looks good. Go check them out on Facebook. They're doing good things for Mauritius. Not it. And because it's what we do, look across there, they've got sidewalks, you can walk here. I'm going to quickly cross the road without getting run over because there's no sidewalk on this side. But as you can clearly see, they have made a plan, they put a sidewalk in here, which is really good news if you're walking on this side of the road. And I can see it goes quite far in that direction. But I've got a car over here, so I'm going to go drive that.
So that sign over there says palm tree. Apparently in Pointe aux Canonniers the palm trees are labelled. There might be palm trees down there.
This, I would say, was the main area in Pointe aux Canonniers. This is Gone Fishing, a fishing shop. We're going to walk down a little bit down this road. As you can see, pavements have run out, but it's okay. Pointe aux Canonniers has a lot of art shops and a lot of art galleries. Point badly. The medical center is there, and then just right next to it is a diamond place where they sell diamonds. So
Pretty famous jeweler. Apparently one of the best on the island.
there you go. Don't know who your beau is.
I'm your beau.
There's my beau, and there's your beau. Apparently that building's called your beau. The brickwork and the metalwork, that normally means near a station. They normally have those near where there used to be a station. I know there wasn't ever a station here, but maybe hidden reef, and it really is hidden amongst all the trees. It actually looks quite nice in there. Hidden Reef restaurant, a little bit of a surprise. Didn't know it was there, but there's the sign. You can see it clearly from the road. And then behind me, Goldfinger Jewelers. Diamonds from there. I mean, I don't know why Mauritius is known for cheap diamonds, but they are.
Mango season, you get gorgeous looking mangoes just all over on the ground. Look at this beautiful scene with the yellow flowers, the red frangipanis, yes, and the beautiful Bryan. And you can just smell the frangipani. Stop picking the flowers.
Here's a picture. Yeah. No, I'm giving this to Riki. She's actually going to put it in the back piece. Oh wow, what a beautiful flower. You can see it from the front. I don't know if you can see it. So we're going to stop at Selfish and we'll go and have a look at both of them. But Selfish, there's a little trick to it and I want to show you that.
There's even parking for your boat. So if you're driving down the road with your boat, you can stop and park your boat. Nice big petrol station and some clothing shops and another art gallery. Pointe aux Canonniers is definitely where to come to buy art.
Relay bus. And there are a couple of cars coming, but this behind me is Selfish. Regular looking place with a regular looking guy.
You have a regular looking guy without a shirt and mixing paint in the front of the restaurant.
Probably not, no.
I came here, I sat here and had that beautiful traffic view. But if you read carefully, it literally says secret garden that way. Let's go through and have a look.
And then all the toilet brushes in the park.
We'll edit.
What?
There'll be toilet brushes in the park.
Brushes in the park.
Okay.
On our way to the secret garden.
I'll wait for the secret garden. Watch out for that.
No, I just left my camera.
Here we are with palm trees. Could it get any better than this? So secret garden is at the back of the place, and this is where all the good chairs are. The great shade from the trees and the barbecue pit. So it is closed at the moment. The naked guy that we had there is actually Clive, the owner, and so we won't be showing him, and he's locked up his bar. Left out the good stuff, of course, which we can't actually show, but
This bathroom is one of the best in Mauritius. You can see you've got individual little hand towels, beautiful big mirror, and wait, like deodorant and stuff in case you've been partying too hard.
Come past and you see the fish.
if the fish have their lights on, it means the kitchen's open.
Insider information.
Insider information. That's pretty cool. I've never actually noticed the fish before. Now I'll actually look out to see if the lights are on.
And come get a pizza. Alright, so here we have another gallery, and it also looks like they sell juice and refreshments and some clothing. Cool little like souvenir shop.
It does say it's Galerie de Mascarenes. Okay.
Mascarenes, islands.
The Mascarenes, so the islands. This is Roots Restaurant. Great place for some salads.
And over that's Variance, where you can get all your plates and knives and forks and glasses, and it happens to be owned by a famous South African rugby player.
This is Montage Beach behind me. I think it's the longest beach in Mauritius. This part of the sand where we're standing, the all-inclusives are that way. This is actually Pointe Aux Canonniers. So that side is Montage, and we will get to Montage one day. But right now we are interested in Pointe aux Canonniers, so we're heading in that direction. Hopefully to get through to go see a cannon. And what beautiful white sands. I'm actually going to take my shoes off.
Soft.
There's Riki's shoes off, not yet, but wow, what a beautiful long beach behind us. This might actually be a thumbnail for Montage.
Let's point to the guy.
Point to the guy. I didn't get any pictures of the actual sea behind me. Look at that. All the boats. There's some odd looking ones. But, and the sea is just beautiful. No wind here. Perfect conditions. But there's Riki strolling through the edge of the water. Wow. And the water is so clear. I don't know if you can make out this grass growing in it. Seaweed, I suppose, technically, when it's in the sea, even though it looks like grass. And the boats and the crystal clear water and the beautiful all-inclusive places. Wow, what a fantastic area. So the beaches belong to all of Mauritius, and anyone is allowed to come and walk here. However, the high tide line, which is just there, and as high as the water can go, above that is private property, and you are not allowed to go there because you'll be trespassing. But we still get to walk on this beautiful beach. So that's great. And to live in one of those houses, if you lived there, you'd probably be happy that no one's allowed to walk into your house, because that house there doesn't have a wall. I can't actually see what's on the screen.
No, you can't.
Behind me is the last railway line heading off to Madagascar. Just kidding, that's where they winch boats up.
The sand is just unbelievably fine.
So this is a jetty that leads out to a place where you can actually have a party. But I don't know if you can see that black and red speedboat over there. We're going to move a little bit closer towards it, because if you've watched any of my other videos, you know I love the Ferrari boat. This is the Lamborghini boat. It says Lamborghini on it. It's a Lamborghini boat. How cool is that? I don't know if we can get any closer. Yeah, the water gets too deep, but there we are. I don't know if you can make it out. I'll turn the camera around and we'll have a zoom in to see if you can actually read Lamborghini on it. That's pretty cool, Lamborghini boat. And of course, the Lamborghini boat there belongs to this beautiful area.
Club Med. All their little umbrellas set up so that you can sit in the shade. And this view.
It's completely deserted and you can just walk down it. And what a beautiful place it is.
Little fishies, bruh.
See little fishies.
Yeah.
I didn't actually know this was a quarantine one, but apparently it was. Oh, loads of fish heading towards Riki. She loves to film fish, and here come a massive school of fish coming by. Hopefully Riki will be able to get them. Can you see them?
Yeah, there's a whole shoal. Well, I can see them. I don't know if I'm pointing in the right direction. Because of the sun, I can't see anything on my camera.
Because I do like to have Riki and I walking together sometimes. Mostly this is for part of the montage, so that you can see it's both of us, we're still together. And there are actually people here. I'm not really going to show them too closely, but there are people having lunch here at the thing. Maybe they're one of the owners or something.
Beautiful Club Med. Look at those big restaurants overlooking this amazing view.
Riki trying an artistic shot.
Oh, the waves stop. Come on, waves. waves. So serene.
Cool. We have to make a choice here. Do we walk around in the sea and keep in the spirit of things, or are we allowed to walk over, which is above the high tide line? I don't know. I'll try walk in the water first, see how that goes for us. Update on the situation. We are walking on the top area. Riki will probably want her shoes back. Lots of pricky little things. But there's a nice safe place to walk here with a drop off. So cliff on one side, prickly things on the other. Actually, I have to look down, so I'm going to turn the camera off because I don't want to accidentally, whoa, if you know what I mean. Huh? Come on, it's safe. It's like a sidewalk without buses.
And to do the balancey thing. And for Bryan. Multitasking. Oh, let's stop and have a look here. Oh, wow. Magnifique.
What is quite nice about this is it's in the shade. Well, tree. You'll see in a minute while we shimmy around a tree. But beautiful in the shade. There's a stretch of sun. Now let's just watch Riki walk past this tree.
I'm really not good with heights, and no, you can't see how high it is, but it's about as tall as Bryan is. And now I don't have the safety net of somewhere next door, there's just a tree. But anyway, here goes.
Hilarious. Okay, take two, Riki trying to get around the tree. Come on, Rick, it's not that hard. You actually can't see, but it really is quite narrow.
But it's steep down there.
You don't want to accidentally fall. It is a long way down to the bottom, so you don't want to accidentally fall.
Probably can't see the mountains back then. But pretty iconic views. It's eerily quiet, and I slipping. Feel like someone's going to pop out at any moment and say, "You're not allowed to be here."
Yeah.
And be like, "Yes, we are." Walking on an island that's been deserted after something, because we haven't seen another person.
But can you imagine if you stayed here, how far you have to walk to get your supper? Yeah?
I assume they can bring it to your room.
Maybe, yeah, that would be awesome.
You'll be able to see it, but there's some bankfish out there hunting the little ones. He jumped earlier. Yeah, look at them. Little ones run, little ones. Duck, dot. Yeah, they got away with this time. Really feels like part of some sort of horror story or something. It's so quiet. There's nobody here. Oh, this beautiful beach and it's so deserted. It's weird. I don't think you can often get that shot. Club Med. You have to wake up really early in the morning, I suppose.
This is a traditional woven fish trap. Made from little, very thin pieces of bamboo woven together really beautifully. But we've still got a way to go. Pointe aux Canonniers is over there. That's a pretty cool flat top tree. Oh, there's another one here as well. So, pretty cool flat top trees. A little bit spiky, they need a bit of a hair trim. A great little place to sit and sunbathe if you're a sunbather. And it's really hot and sunny.
Somewhere over there used to be an ancient quarantine center.
Started raining a little bit, so we've managed to pull into a little bit of a secluded area. Sort of illegally.
Some rain.
Anyway, just behind me, well behind Riki, is a tomb of a guy who came and saved people from quarantine, because this used to be an entire quarantine area.
Way back when, from like cholera and stuff.
From cholera, not from corona. Similar, but 200 years apart, and they just dumped him here to die. But he came and tried to save them, and did save quite a few, but unfortunately he caught cholera and died. So his tomb is just here. She goes no further. And we have to go further that way. But she goes no further.
Now there's an abandoned little child's shoe just to add to the abandoned feeling.
You've been in there for 4 years now. 4 years already. Oh, this is why you are so well known. It was a nice program. It was a nice program. Many people around us appreciated it very much.
So I'm just walking along here, minding my own business because that's what I do. And Pointe aux Canonniers. There's a cannon at Pointe aux Canonniers. A cannon.
He's pointing at a cannon.
There's a cannon. There's so going to be a cannon thumbnail in my future.
As he points at a cannon and Pointe aux Canonniers.
There's a cannon. Pointe aux Canonniers.
Okay, I'm going to stop
pointing
now.
at a cannon at Pointe aux Canonniers. I don't think it gets better than that. Do you want to come point at a cannon so we can get a cannon pointing thumbnail? Cannon, point, cannon. Okay, I'm not quite sure if we're going to get a thumbnail out of this. Maybe Riki will have to stick her head in a cannon. How awesome is that? It's a cannon at Pointe aux Canonniers. I'm totally going to stop and do my intro and redo my intro with the cannon behind me.
That's about seeing the actual cannon. Oh, that someone just stopped and said he saw us on TV. That was pretty cool. Don't put your head in the cannon.
No, I'm not going to put my head in the cannon. It's actually too small.
Itchy. What a gorgeous cannon.
It's a beautiful cannon.
I don't know what cannons sound like. Bryan's face when he watches his own video. Oh, there are many cannons. We'll go find them.
There's
Thank
more
you.
Cannons.
Try that again. Rewind. How beautiful. And we found people again.
I love how people think.
And they all know us. Okay, Bryan just going in quickly to go get a view of this old lighthouse because its historic value just means that you have to go and get it. In the meantime, look at the beautiful flowers in the garden. This place is stunning. Oh, and out there, because Bryan might get too excited and forget to tell you, is a very dangerous reef called Whale Rock, and they built the lighthouse that he's currently going to look at to warn the ships that there are rocks really close to the surface. They actually used to be sticking out before, and I'm sure that lighthouse saved many a shipwreck.
This is the little munitions house, but right next to it is the old lighthouse, the original lighthouse from here. It was actually, the English built this lighthouse on top of the French fort. Wow, so it is the original lighthouse. We can't get any closer, unfortunately, because we're not actually paying guests. So we've been given permission to just show this little bit. But wow, what a fantastic find. And because I do, I'm going to point. Wow, what a fantastic find. Just out here behind me, you can almost see it. It's the breakwater, and that is actually Whale Rock, where men used to go and stand on the rock and look out for whales, and they would be coming out of the sea just off the coast, and then they could go and hunt them. So that's why Whale Rock was called Whale Rock. And the lighthouse that I just showed you is there because that reef is so shallow. In low tide, the ships could actually plow through it, and they were invisible to sea. But men used to stand on Whale Rock and look out and see the whales blowing or breaking the surface.
Check it out. Original fort walls and cannons right in front of the restaurant.
This wall behind me is the old battlement. It used to be here as protection from the English guns. When they would fire in, this would protect them because all the way along were cannons. There's one there, and I can just make out two above me there. Two little cannons there with the battlement. The English would have been just offshore there, just offshore, firing in onto the battlement. And at the time, all the way along there, there would have been 15 to 20 cannons all firing out at the English as they tried to come past. Wow, battle areas. Off in the distance, you can barely make it out. I can be, oh, how tropical is that little piece of beach? But just off the piece of beach are the islands, Canonniers and Flat Island. They're a little bit far at the moment, but wow, what beautiful views from here.
iconic rocks, waves, reefers out there.
We're sort of on the wild side at the moment. So you've got it all. Cannons, a little bit of history, beautiful wild waters, Mauritian beach beauties. Oh, that's Riki. Riki Beauty Beach Babes. Wow, that was quite a mouthful. Riki Beauty Beach Babes. Nice. I think I might keep that. Okay, now we got to head over there because we need to find a way out. We're not actually staying at the beachcomber. We're just walking on the public part of the beach, and we're going to have to go around the corner and find a way out. Wish us luck.
The beautiful beachcomber resort. White buildings. It's like the Mediterranean, except it's not. It's a tropical island paradise. I feel that Bryan puts his head in a thing moment coming up. Oh, it's pity it's raining out there at Pointe Aux Canonniers.
Well, this is apparently a beachcomber thing. Hi everyone, we're at the beachcomber. We've got the frame, we've got the island. Welcome to beachcombers. We'll share it here. We're going to do a point. Hold on. Wait here. Sorry. Feel like I'm pointing with two hands.
It's a golf course. Love to go do that. Look at the views, playing golf. Hey, so much fun.
Does look pretty cool. The whole golf thing does look rather good. I don't think it's like real golf, but they do call it a golf resort. Now, we're going to try to get out. But has been quite an experience. Now, apparently, there's a gate just up ahead. We're going to try to get through it. Let's go see how this works out for us. And there's a little bar for the putt-putt. Sorry guys, shoe came untied. Let's see if we can. But that's pretty cool. And that's a great walkway with the golf, the two of us. This thing is so sweaty. We made it safely through that gate. I'm not going to tell you the secret combination we used because, well, not everyone's allowed to use it.
This is a walkway that would take you right down there to where the cannons are in like a matter of 5 minutes. But Bryan was like, no, we'll go around the long way.
That's the way to go to the cannons in future. You want to go visit the cannons that way, apparently. But then you would have missed out all that other fun and the sweating and the crying and the wishing we were dead and, you know.
Really giving up before we found people.
That was it. We got close, but now we're safe. We're safe on the back streets of Pointe Aux Canonniers, and it's only about a 5 or 6 kilometer walk to our car, so that shouldn't be a problem. And we can't actually give up because, well, what would we do? We would just die.
It's a closer walk home.
Yeah, it actually is closer to walk home than to where the car is. If you're ever in Pointe Aux Canonniers, you have to come see these doors. They are huge. We'll get Riki in context to them. Look at the size of them. They are monumentally massive. About to run over. Okay, went down that way. Huge doors. Which this one's Sea Point Hotel. This is Sea Point Hotel's huge doors. Look at how massive they are. I mean, Riki doesn't even take up 3. It'll take 3 or 4 of her to make up a whole door.
A lot of Pointe Aux Canonniers does rely on tourists, so many places are closed, awaiting the opening of the borders and for the tourists to come back. Pointe Aux Canonniers still has a fort
Yes.
of sorts.
The bastions of all inclusives.
Yes. We still got the big walls, and instead of cannons we have security cameras as defense.
Well, because of our bad planning, I've been relegated to go get Tammy, who's all the way down this road. And it's a long way down this road, unfortunately. So I'll be strolling down there. Behind me, I'm leaving the main part of Pointe Aux Canonniers, and ahead of me we're heading towards what's called Montage Beach, which is one of the I think the longest beach in Mauritius. So we'll go and see that. As always, no sidewalks, but there's a place I can get out of the way if a car comes like one is coming now. So if I'm a little bit out of breath, it's because I'm walking at high speed. I've left Riki, hopefully she's found a little place at Selfish or something like that. But for the rest of us, we get to walk this road. I'll see you guys in a bit.
The pretty bus with the flowers on the side is actually a Winebulance. Like an ambulance, but for wine. Hot. Bryan's getting the car. I'm sitting on a step and waiting for him.
You're with me on the historic Marburg adventure. Guess who's found me? Dun dun. It's now been 2 hours. The walk, I don't think we're gonna make it. I think they're gonna have to just scrape us off the pavement. And just kidding. Tammy's just over there. We made it. It wasn't so far. Someone's gonna run me over. Bonjour. So we made it. It wasn't as far as I thought it was. It just felt a lot further than it did, but literally 500 meters, and we're here. So I pick up Tammy, head back to Pointe aux Canonniers, and get Riki.
Oh wow, he's here. Taking video of myself, and look who showed up. Stanny.
Well, everyone, thanks for watching. Pointe aux Canonniers, like everywhere in Mauritius at the moment, is going through a really big building phase. So all around us, this is the Le Savoy being built, lots of luxury apartments here, and this is sort of the view from this top apartment, which will definitely not be ours. That's Pointe aux Canonniers in the background. That's the infinity pool that looks over it.
Look at this view. It's really about the rain, but wow.
But the rain's coming in. I actually kind of like seeing that rain come in. It's like really dark and boding, and I'm starting to get wet, and wow, that was a bit of an adventure. My legs are killing me, so we'll see you. We're gonna get out of this rain, guys. Cheers, thanks for watching. Welcome to a super windy Pointe aux Canonniers. We're gonna go find a cannon. Apparently this is Pointe aux Canonniers. There's gonna be cannons. We're gonna find them. As always, check below for the chapters. Skip to your favorite bits. And for now, let's hit a windy. What's that thing called? Get the windy montage started right now. Wind a little bit. That sea is rough. It's a very rough day to be at Pointe aux Canonniers. We're at the start of it, heading down that way. We're going to go to the other end of it where there is actually a cannon and a lighthouse. And if you're hearing this, we are heading inland now to go to see the bakery. Almost like a real sea with waves. We are still inside the lagoon, but wow, it is rough today. It is very rough today.
This Pointe aux Canonniers Public Beach has lots of parking. Area that you can barbecue, but no toilets or shops or anything like that.
It got so windy here, we had to do the intro in the car. So welcome to Pointe aux Canonniers. It's out there, we're going to find it, there's going to be cannons, it's going to be awesome, and play the montage. Oh, and there's stuff below that you should click to jump ahead. Hopefully this will make it into it, but you know, let's see.